Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review of Love or Life After Lockup. Season 2 still. Bitch, episode 40. Skeletons in the Closet. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I know that I am behind on my schedule, but I had a lot of things that were going on and I was unable to meet you all on Friday. So I am doing this live for everybody and I am so excited to be here. Y'all, look, it's the same old BS on Love After Lockup. And if I had to rate this episode, I probably would rate it a C, okay? I felt like some of it was a filler episode, but bitch, we gonna go ahead and get into it. Let me put my glasses on so I can shout out some of those famous people out there. Hello, 123, a Gordiva. Hello, Renee, a Denidris. Hi, Wings, a Mumbo Sauce. How are you? Hey, Mary Grace 5. Hello, Randy Thompson. Hello, Simply Again, Simply Megan. Hi. Hey, Miss Rod. Hey, Gina PR. Hi, Junica. Botang, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Hey, Dion Ragsdale. Hey, Tarsha Smith. Hey, y'all. Hey, Pallets and Pugs. How are y'all? Good to see everybody out here. Hey, Jess Mess. How you doing? Hey, R266 Vintage. Hardworking Diva. Baby Kush. Is that Eula? Paulina. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hi, everybody. Okay. Hey, Angela's Charmed Life. Thank you, boo. My little bright red glasses. These is like I really can't see, okay? So, y'all, let's get into this episode of Life After Lockup. The first couple that I want to talk about is Brittany and Marcelino. We see Brittany and Marcelino appearing to be very, very happy. They are on their way to an appointment with the doctor, and they are talking about how life has been and that they have 100% custody of her son, okay, her oldest son, or at least we thought he was. Okay, I'll get to that later. And, life is just gravy for them. They're sitting at an appointment and everything, and they're talking to, the doctor, and they come to find out they are pregnant again. So she is having her first sonogram, and they're excited about the baby, but they don't want to know what the sex of it is. According to her, she has been having she had a shot that was supposed to prevent her 99.9% from getting pregnant. But that 0.1%, as Marcelino say, the Puerto Rican, okay, got through, she is pregnant. I would be ready to jump off of a building, do you hear me? If I found out that I was pregnant after I had bitch. Okay. So anyway, she is pregnant. Again, like I said, they did not want to know what the sex of it was. And so the young lady put the sex of the baby in an envelope for them. They go home and they tell Big Brother that he is going to be another Big Brother. It is during that appointment that we find out that this girl has 2 more children. 2 more children, because the young lady asked her during the appointment how many children did she have. She said, at first I had a boy, then I had a girl, then I had another boy, then I had another girl, and I don't know what this baby is going to be. Let me tell y'all something. She says that the 2 children, the 2 older children, were adopted, and that, she messed up when she was younger and they were adopted. And I'm sitting up there thinking to myself, well, God damn. I mean, damn. Brittany life must have been really messed up. She must have been having babies at a very, 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 very young age in order for her children to be gone like that. Like, bitch, you can't make that stuff up, okay? But nevertheless, she is happy with Marcelino and the two babies. And I'm just like, okay, okay. Next. You know, we look at these shows and stuff, and we look at I look at these shows for the drama of it all. I ain't even gonna fake. I don't want to hear a good story when it comes down to love after lockup. Bitch, I want to hear a horror story. Do you? The worse it is, the more entertained I am, okay? Because we know that this is a whole bunch of shenanigans anyway. So when when it's bad and everything, your auntie absolutely loves it. The next couple that I want to talk about is that cotton freaker Michael and Meghan. Now Meghan is at home, okay, allegedly does not know that Michael is coming, but but she comes out the house and she's already mic'd the hell up. So we see Michael riding in a car, all right? And someone is talking to him. Now I thought that Michael was in the car with the Uber driver, but evidently Michael is in the car with the producers who have brought him over to Meghan's house. Okay, let me tell you why I say that. Because when Michael received a phone call, okay, he received a phone call. He picks up the call and he's nonchalantly talking to this woman. Now, we recognize the voice that it's not Sarah with her, modified voice, and it is not Meghan. And so he's riding in the car and he gets a telephone call from a young woman who said that she just got home from work and she's taking the kids out for a walk. Now, we saying kids. I mean, like, what the hell do you mean kids? So Michael now has another young woman who is in the picture. Now, y'all know I'm going to be doing the auntie say it isn't so because I have got to go out there on Soap Dirt or Sarcasm Bitch or something and find out what the hell is going on with this other woman. So this woman is telling Michael, she says, where are you at? Michael lies and tells her that he's just getting off of work. Bitch, you ain't worked in 25 years, okay? And so he gets off the phone and he's asked at that point, was that Sarah? And he says, no, it was a phone call from a young woman just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm saying, bitch, you are like totally a piece of trash. Do y'all hear me? I'm talking about a complete and total piece of damn trash. Here this mofo already has Sarah in his life, and she has two children. He's messing with Meghan. Meghan's come out the house, bitch, looking every bit of 6 to 7 months pregnant. Okay, because we don't know whether or not Meghan is pregnant or not. The question has been asked, but none of us have received an answer to it yet. But Meghan came out that house. The dress was cute. She needed to tell me where she got that dress from because I could rock that, okay? With some thigh boots on, yes, I can. But Meghan looked pregnant to me. That stomach was too round. It was sitting down there. It looked like it was resting at the bottom, bitch. It didn't look like it came from a hamburger or a hot dog. Well, it could have come from a hot dog. But it damn sure did not look like she was just obese. Now, I don't know whether or not y'all saw it, but I saw it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I saw it. Okay, so anyway, Michael comes out, she says that she's coming outside because she doesn't want her father to know that he is there. And I'm saying, bull. We call him bull on the play. And so, Michael says that he came out there because, he had not talked to her in a while and that he, wanted to make sure that they were still in good standing with one another and that they had this force, that, that could not keep them apart. She says that, after not talking to him for a while, she decided that she, wasn't sure she wanted to be in a relationship with him. And, but he was like, you did me wrong. I did you wrong. And so we not taking count. No, bitch, we counting. We counting how many times you did me wrong. So at the end of the day, they go and have dinner. He asks her, where's she going, okay? And she says, I'm going to have dinner with, with my friend. Now, we remember this young gentleman from last season. But one of the things that I realized about him was he got out that bitch with his bags, okay? Let me tell you something, mofo. Don't come to my house with no bags. Okay? You make sure you take your little drawers or whatever and you tuck them in your back pocket. I mean, you gotta have a little, one of them little mail bags, with the little zipper on it. You tuck your drawers in that bitch because what you're not gonna do is leave no tennis shoes, no jeans, no shirts. You ain't leaving nothing at my house, bitch. Come with a little. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Let me put my glasses on. Thank you, Keyshauna, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, RT66 Vintage, for the $5 super chat. Thank y'all. You're not leaving nothing at my house. But this bitch gets out with a whole duffel bag. And I'm saying, boo, unless you're going to enlist in the army, don't come to my house with no bag. I got people that live here, all right? So, she goes and she has dinner with the best friend. And the best friend, I was shocked that he really confronted his ass. He asked Michael, you could tell that the two of them were sizing one another up. God dang it, why did this dim like this? I can't stand this dimming that is going on with this lighting today. Y'all, please excuse it. That's why I'm trying to sit up on this bitch, okay? I know y'all don't want to see me this up close and personal, but damn it, what you ain't going to do is keep messing with my lighting. Now, I'm going to have to find out the hell is going on, okay? Because I need y'all to be able to see me. Okay, so they go into the restaurant and everything. She hadn't forewarned him, allegedly. She did not forewarn him and tell him that she was coming over to, that she was bringing this asshole with her. And so, he begins to ask him, about what he's doing and different things like that and how he does not trust him at all. And none of us trust him. He's not trustworthy. And, Michael is saying that, basically he has filed for a divorce. And, the dude, is like, well, how do we know that you filed for a divorce? And so he says, you know what? When you're in a relationship, the only person that you have to convince is the person that you're dating. No, mofo. So the dude told him that he does not trust him. He is hoping that he meets with Meghan's dad because he says Meghan's dad is a big guy and he'll whoop your ass. And he is hoping that he gets an opportunity to meet Meghan's dad. And I'm saying I hope he does too, but I hope that the dad don't punk out for the cameras. Dad, don't sit up there and accept anything from this mofo because at the end of the day, when the cameras are off, your daughter has to live a life, boo, and I just don't know whether or not she's living her best life, especially when she gives her virginity to a mofo who is not faithful. Okay? So, basically she says, well, the reason why Michael is out here because, Michael is trying to, fix the relationship. This is what he wants to do. No, Michael just wants his cake and he wants to eat it too and bitch it. Plus he wants the batter to stay in the box. This is what Michael wants to do. Michael has so many women, and I don't know what his end goal is or his end game is, but I tell you what, there is no way in the world that I would stay in a love triangle with a something like this, all right? So then on the other side of town, we see Sarah. Sarah is sitting down with her beautiful two daughters. And she is saying that, life has been rough for her. It's been hard for her being a single parent and trying to parent these kids. And she had to file for divorce from Michael, but you can see that she is remorseful and that she hates that this is, something that where her life is. She hates the fact that this is where her life has come to. And I'm saying, regardless of whether or not you hate it or not, you have to do what you have to do. The name of this episode, y'all, was Skeletons in the Closet. I forgot to say that, okay? Season 2, episode 40, Skeletons in the Closet. She hates the fact that her life has come to this and that she's raising these two girls on her own. But let me tell you something, sweetie. You got to step your pussy game up and do exactly what you need to do for your babies because at this point, this mofo is never going to be any better than he is today. And you have got to learn how to just pick up the pieces and continue to go on. Because let me tell you something, honey. it's okay to be by yourself and it's okay to raise your children by yourself. She appears to have a good support system from her grandmother. And I'm just saying, you know what? Make it do what it do, boo. You got to put this mofo behind you. Like I was telling somebody before, you got to get the tackler out of your life, boo, so that you can get into the end zone. Because Michael ain't nothing but a tackler. He's never going to change. And he is never going to be a good father to her children. We see her sitting there with her daughter having an adult conversation, bitch. And I just was like, you know, why I felt sorry for the daughter. I thought that what she did was out of line and out of place. That is not the way that you handle a situation when you got a deadbeat mofo who you allowed to be in and out of the child's life. You allow this. If you have intentions with this of this mofo always being out of the life, then you know what? You can have those conversations when she gets older. But what you don't do is sit there and have the conversation that you had with a little girl like that. So she wants to talk to Michael, so she uses the daughter, okay, as a pawn, all right? Now, y'all can disagree if y'all want to. This is my opinion. These are my views on what I saw and how I felt, okay? But you sitting up there, you already got it in your daughter's mind that Michael's not going to pick up the phone. Because there is a way as parents that we can cover that up. You do not have to sit out there and tell your children how deadbeat a mofo is. Trust and believe me. As time goes on, damn it, they gonna find out. But that little girl is too young to feel rejected, abandoned, and abused by her father. You can tell her any kind of thing when she is young like that. You do not have to sit up there and hear the daughter coming out the mouth talk about he don't never answer my phone calls, and you sitting up there saying, yes, I confirm that he doesn't do that. Then you get your rotten, raggedy, trifling ass up and go around the corner and say, let me go ahead on and pretend that I'm daddy. The hell? While it was touching to see that this little girl is hurt and broken like that, the hurt and the brokenness is coming from her mother. Her mother is instigating that. Michael ain't about and we all know that Michael ain't about but what she doesn't need to know is how much he ain't about when she is that young. Damn it, I set it up out here. Sarah, that ain't cute. And you ain't doing that, little girl. Let me stop yelling. Let me calm the hell down and stop yelling out here. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that whole entire scene pissed me off. The little girl is sitting there on the sofa. Sarah says, let's call him. The little girl picks up the phone, okay? Sarah hands it to her. First of all, get the little girl her own phone. So that when Michael don't want to talk to you with all the bullshit you come to the game with, he can at least have a relationship with the girl. But you won't even allow him to have a relationship with the little girl. Okay? Now, we know he trifling as dog fuck. But you need to allow him to have a relationship with her by supplying her with a phone of her own. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Know what I'm talking about here. So she calls, she allows the phone to ring a couple of seconds and she hangs it up. She said, that'll get him. Good for him. I got him. What you mean? I hung up the phone before he could answer. Okay, so you mean to tell me that ain't something that been programmed into that little girl? That she think that she only got you because she hung up the phone on him? You mean to tell me that the mama ain't on the background and behind the scenes pushing that kind of You mean to tell me that the mother's not having these kind of conversations around this little girl? She don't even look like she old enough to be in school yet. So, okay, so she says, you know what, I'm sorry Daddy is not there, and Daddy don't want to talk to you, and Daddy, you can't get through. He never answers the phone when I call. I wonder the fuck why. And so she gets up and she goes around the corner and say, you want me to be Daddy? So she puts a hat on her head. Are we going to FaceTime or are we going to talk on the phone? Bitch, you could never be Michael. You could never be Michael. You can never be Michael. You can never replace the relationship that she needs to have with her daughter. How about you get yourself together? How about you start running after him? How about you allow that relationship to sever so he can have a relationship with his child? Because every time he's around you, you kicking and screaming and asking something from him that he has already told you that he does not want. Bitch, I could stay on this for an hour. So she goes around the corner and, she starts talking to the little, I'm sorry, pretty girl, I can't come see you, pretty girl. You putting words in Michael's mouth. You saying things that Michael ain't said. Let Michael say that himself. You ain't got to be the one out there telling her when he can come and when he can't come. Nick, nat, patty, rack, bitch, and give a dog a bone. You don't have to do that. Oh, God, I was so mad about that. I did not shed one tear for the little girl, but I shed one in my heart. You understand what I'm saying? For her mother. Because you are the one who are perpetuating this situation and making it worse than it got to be for your daughter, bitch. You're doing that. And then you come back around the corner. You didn't even change your voice to act like you was a man, calling her pretty girl and making all these excuses for Michael, but yet dragging his ass down to the ground as far as his daughter is concerned. You the one that is causing this little girl to be hurt. Tell him that bitch is at war. Tell her he on the front line. Tell her something different. Now, I don't believe in lying to children. But I do agree with exaggerating the truth until they are mature enough and old enough to be able to reconcile that in their minds. Just like we lie about Santa Claus, bitch. We lie and say Santa Claus is Santa Claus and that this fat bitch is going to come down once a year through our chimney. And it's okay for this fat bitch to come down the chimney and bring you some fucking toys. I didn't think anything was appropriate about what she did. And I'm out here to say that I didn't think it was appropriate. And Sarah, if you don't like me, DM me, bitch. Hit me up on Instagram so we can have a conversation. Because I tell your ass about how much I didn't like it. Because I ain't going to sit out here and bite my tongue. Y'all know I'm not. I'm auntie. I ain't got to. God, this is my channel. Fuck. Okay. I got to calm down so I can get to the next couple, bitch. I was livid. Yeah, I was livid. I totally didn't like it. Would have never did anything. I had many opportunities to drag my daughter's father. Many. One day he was deadbeat. But if I wanted to drag him and make him look like he was deadbeat, I had many opportunities to do it. We all do. We all have the opportunity to hold on to past hurts and past pains and make them our present day feelings. Okay? We all have an opportunity to be victims to circumstances and situations, bitch. But what we don't have a right to do and an opportunity to do is hurt our children and bring our children in and make our children responsible for the choices and the decisions that we make. Because they grow up and they find out and they interpret it the way that they want to. The next couple that I want to talk about is Lacey and Shane. Lacey and Shane have made a decision that they're going to move out of the rented house and get their own home. She has been making enough money on her Instagram and on her sex page and on Love After Lockup that she can afford to buy her a home. So we see them on moving day. Okay? But before we see them on moving day, we see these two idiots sitting up in a fertility clinic or in a GYN's office. She is talking about having her tubal ligation reversed. because she wants to now give Shane a baby. She wants to bring another child in. Here we go, another trifling ass mama. She wants to go and bring another child into this old fucked up situation that she's living in. Number one, for all of you all who don't know, Shane and Lacey have a website where they do the most inappropriate things for money. They got a whole laundry list of things that they will do for you for a coin. That's for all of y'all in the back that didn't know. You're welcome. You are welcome. And so Shane and Lacey go to this doctor. The first thing that he wants to announce is that he was incarcerated. Who gives a fuck? You're here for something else. I don't care whether or not you've been incarcerated for 50 years. Who cares? He sits in there and doesn't even know, what a tubal ligation means. He doesn't know what an embryo means. He doesn't know he doesn't know anything. The woman said, you in your 20s. You're not even ready for this, mofo. But they sitting there, Lacey, with her dumb ass titties hanging down to the floor, okay? And they sit there and they talk about, wanting to have her tubal ligation. The lady is telling her, that the surgery is serious and is very costly. And, that, she may be able to get pregnant within 6 months or whatever the hell, from the time of the, whatever. And so after Lacey, they find out that, he asks about, whether and how long the sperm, lasts if you freeze it. And she tells him the sperm can last up to 20 years. But you can't even afford to. Okay, so basically Lacey is complaining because she feels like he does not have a job. The woman asked him what was his job. He said that his job was to have sex with Lacey 5 to 10 times a day. Yeah, because you got a menu out there, a menu of options for mofos to pick to see y'all do. You nasty bastard. He said that is his job. His job is to have sex with Lacey all day. And you know what? It absolutely is. She said, well, I hope that she's paying you. He said, she sure is. She said, what we can do is we can take, and get an embryo and everything. He said, what's the embryo? She said, this is a dumb right here. This a dumb mofo right here. If I ain't never seen a dumb mofo walk up in this bitch, I seen it today. He got it written on the top of his head, dumb mofo. So she had to sit there and give him the anatomy of the body, the birds and the bees. She had to tell him everything, okay? And the only thing he's worrying about is putting something in a cup. You dumb. So then we see them go back to the house, okay? Because as I was saying, they are now moving. These bitches ain't packed up nothing. They did and they didn't, because when you saw it on the truck, when you looked on the truck, you could see that they had, boxes that was packed up and everything up on the truck and all of that kind of dumb stuff, right? So they had boxes and stuff like that packed. They made it appear that they hadn't packed anything. But at the same time, this mofo was sitting his ass back there drinking out straight about he just needed to take the bottle and go to the head. So she's upset because Shane is drinking. And she says that when he starts drinking, he doesn't know how to stop drinking. Okay? But she said that when she married him, she knew exactly what she had got into. Okay? This mofo is drunk and everything. But you know what, Lacey? You got to be doing something too, boo, because you know what, birds of a feather flock together, and if you ain't attracted to an alcoholic bitch, let me tell you, you won't marry one. All right. So anyway, basically she goes out there, she does what she does with the woo boo boo. He's walking back and forth and he's saying that the movers are there to move. Yeah, the movers are there to move, but the movers are not there to pack your stuff up. So at the same time and in between time, she's now talking about Tony. She is going in the backyard, sneaking and hiding, ducking behind sheds and bushes, and so she can call Tony, because she said that Tony has been texting her and telling her that he misses her and he just feel like his life is over. Okay, so now she is going to try to make an excuse for getting in contact with Tony, because she said that she doesn't know whether or not Tony is going to end up in the bed. I'm done with Lacey here, because what Lacey's problem is that Shane is not rocking her world. He's not getting her those likes and those views. People are not purchasing off the menu item for the couples and stuff. They want her to just do something. They're not looking for him to do anything. And her views probably was higher with Tony. And so now what she's deciding to do now is to call Tony. She keep calling him back to back to back to back to back to back to back, calling her friend, oh my God, I can't get in contact with Tony. His phone is off. It's died or whatever. Why the hell you worried about that? You didn't want Tony, right? You didn't want him, right? The next couple I want to talk about is Andrea and Lamar. Andrea is still living in Utah. Lamar is back in LA, Nook Dog, living his best life, okay? His best life. But she stayed in Utah because she believes that this is the safest place for her to raise her children in Mormon country. So she is on her way to a sip and see because one of her girlfriends has had a baby. And at their sip and see, they sit around, they look at the baby, and they do arts and fucking crafts. Now, I am one to do a DIY, okay? Auntie love a good DIY, but bitch, bye. Not when I'm sitting around there with a bunch of hens and they just clocking and packing and... So she walks into the house and we see the little baby and everything. And, you know, of course, her girlfriend Michelle is there. You know, the other little black girl, she's there. And so they're sitting around at the table and they're talking and everything. And then the question comes up about Lamar. They want to know, you know, whether or not she is still in love with Lamar. She tells them, yes, she is still in love with Lamar. They ask her, you know, they tell her or make a statement indicating that, you know, Lamar is in LA and has already made his decision that he is not going to be coming back to Utah. She says that she believed that Lamar was going to be a hard-working Mormon man. That Lamar was going to be a hard-working Mormon man and she was going to be a stay-at-home mom and how stupid she thought she was. Or how stupid she is. Andrea, you never believed that. Don't forget, Andrea, that we used to talk. You ain't never thought you was going to be a Mormon in Utah. You need to stop it with this bull crap that's out here. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm about ready to bust your ass. And don't think that the family members haven't been in my DM and in my damn email. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you piss me off anymore this season, I'm going to spill all your mofo tea out this. That ain't a threat. That's a promise. You sitting up here lying and gonna sit up here and tell everybody that Priscilla is Lamar's daughter and you had sex with Lamar in a closet? Andrea, this is the story that you want to tell the people? This is what you want people to think, Andrea? That that's Lamar's daughter out of a closet? Because she goes around and she tells them that, you know, Priscilla's age and everything and how long she been with Lamar. Andrea, do your math. Do your fucking math. Do your math. What did you say? How did you say that you acquired Priscilla? Do you not remember? Didn't nobody take you back? So you're saying that you birthed Priscilla out of your womb? You're saying that Priscilla... Come on, Andrea. Get the story right. Get the story right. This is the spin that y'all putting on this so y'all can stay. Come on, Nook Dog. Now, you know, Nook Dog, when me and you talk, you was an up and up type of man. You falling for this? Is the money that good, Nook, that you gonna sit up there, Nook Dog? You gonna sit up there and play this game like this, Nook Dog? When you know you got friends and family that be giving me the tea? The real tea? This how we going? This what we doing this season. Priscilla is Lamar's baby. Because you had closet sex? So what you trying to say, Andrea, is that let me get this straight. First of all, for those of you all who did not watch it, Andrea sits at the table and tells the young ladies that Priscilla, it was 5 and all this old kind of stuff. The math don't add up. But she sits there at the table and she tells these women about, Priscilla and how old Priscilla is. Now, ain't none of these bitches seen her pregnant, okay? And so she tells these women that she hints around that there's something with Priscilla's. Help me get this. I need some help getting this. So she alludes to the fact that, something's going on. So the girls was like, you couldn't have conjugal visits with him because you would have had to be married to do that. So she leans over to the only black girl at the table and tells them that she had closet sex, that they paid for closet sex. But because Nook Dogg is no longer under parole, or that he, that she now is telling it because he can't get in trouble for it because he's no longer on parole. Andrea and Nook Dogg, did y'all forget? Did y'all forget? Because Auntie ain't forgot nothing. Did y'all forget? Where the DNA test? I'm waiting. Where the DNA test? We need receipts. This is what you want us to buy in all this season? We need receipts. And of course, most of the girls that are sitting at the tables are actresses anyway. But the people that hit me up in my DMs and hit me up in my email about y'all, they're not actors and actresses. They ready to spill your tea. They ready to tell Auntie the truth. Y'all already know that, though. Y'all already know that I've kept my mouth on the hush-hush, on the shh. Y'all know I've kept my mouth on the shh. But if this is the story that y'all want to put out there, okay. Now, I'm not saying that there are not incidents in prisons where people pay for sex and stuff like that. I'm not saying that they don't pay, that they don't, that is not happening. I'm saying I don't think it happened with them. And if it did, bitch, I want the receipt. Do a DNA test. Hey, Cheryl. She said, finally. Hey, boo-boo. She says that, she really wants to continue to work on this relationship with Lamar. I know you do. Because Lamar is the best thing ever happened to you, Andrea. And for you to play this mofo low like this and try to make it seem like that Lamar ain't the stand-up type of guy after he got up out of jail, you ought to be ashamed of your goddamn self. You know daggone well that Nook Dogg has tried to be a stand-up type guy. Y'all, it's so much stuff that I just want to say out here, but I ain't going to say it, but I'm going to have to back up off their story. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to look at their story from a different perspective about this mofo. And if you are a family member or a friend and you want to drop a dime, you can continue to drop a dime. If you're new and you just found out that I'm out here and the family and the friends ain't dropped you the dime, go ahead on and hit me up at Auntie's two moderators. Put my email address up in the mofo comment section so the family and the friends that want to continue to drop the tea can drop the tea. Because we're going to stop it with this phony. Now, enough, goddammit, is enough. Thank you so much, Cheryl Gallagher, for the $24.99 super chat. Sorry, I've been missing you. Live love work has got me swamped. Miss you. Miss you too, boo. Mwah. Hey, Terry Hatcher. Thank you for the super chat. Now, the last couple that I want to sit up in here and talk about is Angela and Tony. We look and we see Angela standing outside burning in a yard. She ain't burning nothing but some, allegedly, she's burning, a couple of things that Tony has given her, some shirts and some pictures and stuff. But it looked like the bitch was having a barnyard for the whole entire neighborhood. Okay? She's sitting up there and got the wedding ring sitting up on the grill. Why couldn't you put it in the grill? That's because you was burning leaves for the end of the season. Stop it with the bull crap trying to, I wish the cameras, God damn it. I wish the cameras was here so y'all can see Tony. He done mucked up for the last time. And Tony, he never gave me nothing but a piece of dick in a hard time. And I just, Tony, he done fucked up. Next thing you know, TLC there. Okay, WeTV, they up in the morning. Come on in. So, Angela, what's going on? It been a lot of Is this bitch lit? Okay, it's lit. Shit. Tony, There's a lot of shit going on. I can't say it when I'm not cigarette. You understand what I'm saying? But, last night, Tony, lately, he been sleeping on the... Wait a minute. Tony been sleeping on his sofa. So, what I said, this is unusual. Because usually, I can get at least 5 minutes ass out of him. So... I need a whole pack of cigarettes just to tell y'all one part of the story. So Tony, was sleeping out on the sofa, and I see something going on. So I took his SIM card and replaced it. I took his SIM card out, and because the bitch had a lock. So long to the short of it, Angela says that, Tony had been sleeping on the sofa, and she thought it was unusual. So she decided to go on his phone. She said he had a lock on it. She said, oh, no, bitch. We don't do locks up in here, you slick bitch. So she takes his SIM card out, replaces it, and puts it in her phone. And she goes through and sees that he is allegedly, allowing people to come up into, allowing, girls of the day and girls of the night, bitch, okay? He's been allowing, thank you so much for the super chat. He's been allowing them to come up into, the hotel room and everything and get their groove on for sex in return for sex. Now, as we all know from last, thank you, Yoli, 1988 for the follow super chat. Oh my God, Auntie, I don't know who you impersonate better, Danielle or Angela. Absolutely hilarious. Thank you, boo. So she basically, finds out that he's been running a ring, allegedly down at the hotel room, with these ladies of the day, night, evening, and whatever, okay? Ladies of pleasure. And so Tony had told us last season that he has an addiction with the women. And he knew, when he got off of drugs and all the other things that he was addicted to, that he was addicted to women, but he knew that Angela would stay with his ass. We watched Angela last season, okay, sit there and tell her sister that she wasn't even going to leave the mofo alone, throw the sister all up underneath the bus and buy the bitch a motorcycle. So, of course, Tony knows that he has a woman who loves him more than he loves her. He knows that she has allowed and tolerated his bull forever, and she's going to continue to allow his bull crap. So the next thing you know, she said that she allowed Michael to go to work. She ain't say nothing. Isn't that Tony? She allowed Tony to go to work. She ain't say nothing to him, but when he comes home, all his anger gonna come out, okay? Because by that time, she done smoked 20 packs of cigarettes until the bitch get out of there. So Tony comes home and she's sitting in the chair. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but that damn chair and that table is sitting on top of the stove. Bitch, you living foul as I don't know what. Why in the hell is the big captain chair, okay, on wheels, the spiral kind, the one that just spin around, okay, the one at the Oval Office, okay? That one. Hold on, y'all. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for the $24.99 super chat. Here's one more to make up for the lost time, my beautiful auntie. Oh, thank you, Boo. You done hit me up. You've been a blessing today. Thank you, Cheryl. So she got the captain chair swiveling around, you know what I'm saying? It's a wonder that mofo ain't going up in flames because the bitch is sitting right on top of the oven, okay? And then she's sitting there and she got so many cigarettes that WeTv had to show you how many cigarettes was sitting in that ashtray and watching her put them out with her nasty fingers. I mean, her fingers just look like she just got chimney shut up underneath them. God, she's a nasty woman. So Tony comes home from work and she's sitting up on the chair. He's like, where my hug and my kiss? You mean to tell me you are sitting up there kissing that ashtray? So she sits down. We need to talk. Tony, we need to talk. Tony said, you know what's going on? I got in your phone. Tony said, shh. Yeah. I got in your phone. So Tony was like, damn. The last thing a man ever want to hear is I got in your phone. And I see you been messing around with people. You been doing this. Tony said, I ain't touched none of them. She said, Tony, you've been allowing them to stay up in these rooms for sexual favors. You got threesomes in here, but you didn't ask for threesomes and some more stuff. Tony said, no, I didn't. Tony said, no, I didn't. Can't prove it, no, I didn't. So Angela's talking about him getting out and he got to move up out of her house and she don't want to deal with him anymore. And she's made all these sacrifices for him. And she thought that they was going to have this lovely relationship and all of this old bull crap. And guess what? Tony said, this my parole address. I ain't got nowhere else to go. Angela said, that's all right. Excuse me. That's all right. I'm going to call your girlfriend. Hey, there's Angela. Look, Tony got to move out my house. You got to play for him. The girl said, yeah, he can come stay with me. He sure can. He can come stay with me. Angela said, good. I'm getting ready to send him and it over there. Okay? So the next thing you know, Tony is sitting up there trying to plead this case and she touches him. Okay? She plucks it. You know, she back smacks him on the back. You know, she get hit him with the back. You know what I'm saying? And you know anybody, okay, that gets the back on the back of their head, they be ready to fuck you up. So, you know, Tony said, don't touch me. She said, what you gonna do, Tony? I'm gonna touch you. If you don't wanna, if you... If you don't want to be here with me and you don't want to touch me, get the fuck about my house. Because as long as you in here, I'm going to touch you. I'm going to back at you on the back of your head. And so Tony said, I said don't touch me. She hit him again. So she said, what you going to do? Bloop. She said, what you going to do if I touch you? Boop. That's fighting right there. When somebody tell you don't touch him, and you be like, boop. Man, you talking about fighting? You talking about knock out, drag out, the police call SWAT is outside fighting? She told Tony get on his motorcycle. She was done with him. She was tired of him. He got to go. She started kicking Tony's stuff. Tony started getting his stuff together. She said, bitch, whatever is on the yard tonight, if it ain't gone by sunset, bitch, I'm setting it afire. If it ain't gone by sunset, I'm setting it afire. It's gonna be a big old bonfire of this bitch tonight. So Tony decides that he's gonna leave. Tony had the nerve to pick up the wedding rings and say, I gave you this ring, okay? Because I was proposing to you. I wanted us to be together till death do us part. Angela said, I don't want the ring. Then why wasn't they out there in the ground? Angela full of shit. Because won't they send in on Christmas cards this year? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. This episode was off the hizzy. And I am here for it. Again, in closing, I apologize for not having it out here on Friday night, but I had a lot going on, okay? I had a lot going on, y'all. I so apologize. And I apologize for not getting it done on yesterday. I really, truly, truly do. I am going to try my best to stay on schedule with everything. Now, after this recording, I have a couple of other things that I'm going to be doing. And so I'm hoping that you all stay with me for the evening. We're going to be doing a little semi-marathon up on this bitch, okay? Because I have some serious tea for all of you all who watch Married at First Sight. I have some serious tea that a young woman spilled in my box on yesterday and today that I really, really want to share with y'all. So please be back for that. For all of you all who follow me on Auntie's Advice channel for women, I have some packages that I received and picked up from the post office, and I want to share those with you, okay? So join me very shortly over there. Thank you so much to everybody who super chatted your auntie, and thank you so much to my moderators for making sure that the chat stays safe. Now, let me just say this, okay? I noticed that Mary has been deleting emojis that you all have been putting in to the live chat. My request is that you keep your emojis down to a minimum of 2, and that is because of all of the changes that have happened with YouTube. Okay, I would love for you all to continue to keep those emojis, those LOLs, and those hearts, those smiley faces, all of that stuff. But if you could just reduce it down to 2, I would so appreciate it, and it will help the moderators out tremendously. I love you all so much, and I will see you in a few. Mwah! Mwah!